right.
Yo.
Coming to you live from Philly. It's the number one rated Paulie Tony Fusco Show.
Yo.
As always, Paulie Fusco here with Tony Fusco and Tony.
Yo.
Huge show today.
Yeah.
Just a bizarre story coming out of Las Vegas and the Raiders.
Crazy.
This guy, Christian Wilkins, cut for kissing a teammate.
Yup.
And some other things. We'll
Yeah.
get into all that, but we'll tell you why the media has the story all wrong.
Yup.
He did nothing wrong.
Yup.
But someone who did
backwards.
do something wrong, Tony, Justin Fields. Just a terrible, shameful mistake.
Oh,
by
huge
him.
mistake there by Fields.
Yup, terrible. And, we'll get into all this with our guest today. People, they've been coming up to us, haven't they, Tony, and saying, no,
nonstop.
Why haven't you had a guest on the show in a while?
So dumb.
Well, that's because they suck.
Yeah, what other reason is there?
Yeah, and just to prove it, we've decided to book a guest through this entire month on every show. It's an event we call August.
Yeah.
Okay? And it all gets started today. Okay?
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
You do realize this episode is going out July 31st. So it's not August.
oh, well, you're going to be going out with my trash.
Yeah, and you know what's never gone out? You, with the woman. Now shut up.
Quiet.
Yeah,
Look,
be
anyway,
quiet.
we're kicking off August today, despite what
Yeah,
that idiot back
August.
there says. Don't listen to him. And we're doing it with this guy who some people say is one of the leading NFL analysts and hosts out there.
Some people.
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
says? His parents?
Maybe. I
Yeah,
mean, compared
exactly.
to us, I mean, then
Yeah, he's
this guy,
nothing.
nothing. I mean,
Yeah.
but we'll give him a shot, as
Of
we always do,
course.
because we're
Yeah, we
fair.
do. Yup.
Host of the Ross Tucker podcast, does games for CBS Westwood One, and of course, you know him from his Eagles coverage on Whip. Ross Tucker. And,
Yeah.
we got a little beef to pick with them. Don't worry,
Yeah,
we'll
we
handle
do.
that.
Exactly.
And by the way, on the subject of beef, if you don't subscribe to this show and rate and review it on Apple Podcasts, well, what the hell are you doing? Okay? I mean, Tony, I think a lot of these people out there, they think they're just supposed to, listen or watch the show and that's it. Just sit there,
Exactly. You know what? There's a name for people who just sit there and do nothing. Producer.
Exactly. Got him.
Yeah.
Keep sulking back there.
Yeah.
Anyway, one more thing we got to address. These people, morons, coming up to us and saying, hey, Paulie, Tony, I saw the Eagles got their Super Bowl rings. Where are yours?
More stupid
Well,
questions.
Obviously, they're in the mail,
Of
people.
course.
Of course. In fact, Tony, we called FedEx the other day,
Yeah,
and we
we did.
asked for the tracking number, right?
Yup,
And
yeah.
they said, there's no tracking number. In fact, there's no proof that such a package even exists. And that just shows you what a top secret operation this all is, isn't it, Tony?
100%. You got to applaud the Eagles for how they do business.
Yup.
That's why we win.
Yup.
No interceptions ever, whether it's a pass or a FedEx package.
There you go. See, they do it
Yeah.
the right way. Great point,
Exactly.
Tony, all around. All right,
Thank
look,
you.
we got so much to get to, so let's get right into our top story.
Top story.
Just a bizarre story out of Las Vegas, and it must be really bizarre if it's coming out of that city. Anyway,
Yeah, exactly.
Raiders defensive tackle Christian Wilkins has been cut by the team after they say he did a lazy job rehabbing from injury. But also, reports say Wilkins allegedly tried to kiss one of his teammates inside a meeting room, which
Yeah.
made the other teammate feel uncomfortable. Tony, your thoughts here?
There's so much to unpack here. First of all, shame on the Raiders organization.
Yup.
They broke the cardinal rule. Everyone knows what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yup.
That's the foundation of the whole city, and yet they're going around telling people about this incident.
Yup.
This has to strike fear in every football player and also every prostitute client.
Yup.
I wouldn't be surprised if Vegas tourism plummets because of this.
Just terrific football and also economic analysis there, Tony. And there's also this video floating around out there which shows that Wilkins has a history of grabbing other players by their genitals.
Yeah.
And also there are rumors that he's known to, put his fingers up other players' rear ends. And, well,
Yup.
Tony, that doesn't mean, he should be thrown out of football, don't you think?
No, of course not. There's many other teams out there that would appreciate a player like Christian Wilkins,
Yup.
like San Francisco.
Yup.
That whole city, I've heard, is very open to that type of behavior.
Yep.
In fact, it's encouraged.
Yep.
And, we could use him right here in Philly, too.
Yep.
Can you imagine how much more effective the tush push would be if Christian Wilkins was back there behind Jalen Hurts trying to jam his finger up his ass?
Yep.
Hurts would go flying across the line just to get away from him.
Great points all around, Tony. And another angle here. When the Raiders cut Wilkins, they also denied him all his guaranteed money, which was $35 million.
Yeah.
And, that has a lot of people saying, this is going to discourage players from wanting to play for the Raiders. And, Tony, what are your thoughts?
When did anyone ever want to play for the Raiders? So, I don't see how this actually changes anything.
Me neither, Tony. Anyway, let's just move to the Jets and their quarterback, Justin Fields. Fields came out and said he was, quote, relieved to be back at practice after injuring his toe last week, because everyone thought that his season might be over.
Yeah,
and
terrible.
This is just very troubling by the young quarterback, isn't it?
100%. This just shows Justin Fields' lack of experience.
Yep.
When you have a chance to not play for the Jets, you have to take it.
Yep.
Look at Aaron Rodgers in his first season with the team.
Yep.
He showed that smart, veteran, savvy experience by getting injured on the very first drive of the season and got a full year's vacation.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Justin Fields got injured way too early. Now he's got to play in the preseason too. Just showed a total lack of foresight.
Huge mistake there by the young player, Tony.
Huge.
And, now to the big story in college football this week. Deion Sanders, Colorado head coach, announcing that he had his bladder removed due to having bladder cancer. Yep. Now, this is true. Depends Undergarments, the company, has made him their official sponsor. And, Tony, this just has a huge ripple effect, doesn't it?
Yup, this is a huge loss for Bill Belichick.
Yep.
He probably thought he had that Depends sponsorship all locked up since he has the oldest and weakest bladder in all of college football.
Yep.
But as usual, Deion coming from the secondary, making the interception. Great work by him.
Hasn't lost a step, Tony, so
No,
great
he
to see.
hasn't. Yup.
Anyway, let's move to baseball, where Cleveland Guardians pitcher Emmanuel Clase, whatever.
Yeah,
Anyway, he became the second pitcher on the team placed on leave due to an investigation into whether he gambled on baseball. And Tony, when you think about it, this is just so unfair to these players, isn't it?
Yeah, we all know the Cleveland Guardians are really the Cleveland Indians.
Yup.
And last time I checked, Native Americans are allowed by the government to gamble on sports. Well, shouldn't that cover all Indians of any sort?
Absolutely, Tony. Just airtight legal analysis there. And, staying in baseball, we saw something so just disturbing this week that unfortunately we must comment on it as journalists.
Yeah, we have to.
Of course, we're talking about that viral video of a Phillies fan who was, let's just say, repeatedly rubbing his girlfriend, partner, whatever, in the stands at a Yankees game. And Tony, as spokespeople for the Phillies, we just got to come out and say this was just so inappropriate, wasn't it?
Yeah, you don't do that sort of behavior in the stands at a baseball game, especially with young kids and families around.
No.
Everyone knows you do that activity in a bathroom stall or behind a peanut cart or, in the stairwell at the top level where nobody goes to or, in the janitor's closet where you have all the cleaning supplies right there at your disposal. But certainly not in the stands. That's just gross.
Absolutely gross. And
Disgusting.
let's just turn the mood around here, Tony, because
Good
we did
call.
see something really great this week. Something that just brought everybody together. Had them all talking and of course laughing. Of course we're talking about Happy Gilmore 2.
Happy Gilmore 2.
We're gonna go. I know you're waiting for it. Give you our full review in Paulie and Tony at the movies. Paulie and Tony at the movies. Tony, just so much to say. The movie, just a total hole-in-one all around. And everything you want in a movie. Laughs, cameos, Bryson DeChambeau.
So good.
A lot of people, idiots, they're coming out there saying it wasn't as good as the first one. Well, first of all, what's this movie all about? Nostalgia, right? Yeah,
exactly.
you know?
And people want this movie to be as good as the first one?
Not the
No,
point.
it's not the
No.
point. Exactly. The point is about remembering how good the first one was.
Yep.
And I did laugh a lot at this movie too, especially when they showed the flashbacks to the first movie.
Same here. And,
Yeah.
you know, people, morons, they're saying the movie had no story. What movie were they watching?
What are
The
you
story
talking
was
about?
great.
Terrific.
I mean, you know, when Happy in that last scene had to sink the putt on the curvy mechanical green to avoid, you know, joining the maxi league, that carrot top had started,
Oh,
I
my
was on the
God.
edge of my seat. You
Yeah,
know, I
me
was
too.
terrified.
And also, I just loved how they made Shooter McGavin his friend in this movie instead of his rival. It
Yep.
just got rid of all that needless tension.
Exactly. That way you can just relax and enjoy the humor. It's a comedy.
Exactly.
I mean,
You're
you know,
supposed
on
to
that note, there was
laugh.
so many great jokes, Tony. You know, like when John Daly drank the hand sanitizer, and then,
so good.
you know, when they came back and he did it again.
I couldn't
and then, you know,
believe
he
it.
came back and they did it again. And then he did it like, you know, like 8 more times. You know,
Oh.
that was just, it got funnier each time, you
It
know?
got funnier each time. And
Yep.
you know, on that note, people said there were too many cameos.
No.
It didn't have enough cameos. You know, there was like a 4-minute stretch there where they didn't introduce any new PGA Tour players.
Yep.
Instead, they kept showing Jack Nicholson and Chichi Rodriguez.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, you know, bring out Bernhard Langer, you know?
Exactly.
That was
Right.
not
What?
Chichi Rodriguez.
What?
I think you're thinking about Lee Trevino.
What?
What?
Chichi Rodriguez died last year.
What?
Also, it's Jack Nicholas, not Nicholson.
Oh, yeah, well, you remind me of Chichi Rodriguez. Dead.
Yeah, and you also remind me of Jack Nicklaus. No, wait, I mean Jack Dickless.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, now
Great
shut
way.
up.
And that wraps up Paulie and Tony at the movies. Just a terrific segment there. And we're going to get to our guest because, you know, it's August, Tony, our
Yup,
big event.
it is.
And we're going to get to that right after this word from our sponsor. As you all know, we've been promoting Fresh Clean Threads on this show. Well, the other day, Tony and I, we had a great idea, didn't we, Tony?
Yup, genius.
You know how Fresh Clean Threads has black shirts and blue shirts and white shirts? Well, we thought, why don't they have green shirts, you know? Philly football green.
Genius.
Well, look at what just came in the mail, Tony. There you go.
Wow, looking
Yeah,
good,
check
Paulie.
it out. All because of us. This new green shirt, so comfortable,
Looks
so
amazing.
breathable. Available
Yup.
now at freshcleanthreads.com.
Hold on.
What? Now you're interrupting sponsor reads? What?
You just cost us millions, bro.
Fresh Clean Threads has always had green shirts. I'm wearing one right now. It wasn't because of you. And besides, that's the most obvious idea ever.
Oh, well, here's an idea. Shut up.
Yeah, you're gonna be fresh, clean, out of a job.
Yeah, don't listen to that fool. Go get the brand new limited edition green shirt now available at freshcleanthreads.com and never before. And go get the other shirts too, you know, black,
Yup.
blue, whatever color. And remember, enter the promo code Fusco15 for 15% off your entire order. Right, Tony?
Yeah, 15%. Just like our producer has 15% of a working brain.
There you go. Helps you remember. Anyway, go to freshcleanthreads.com now. Fusco15's the promo code. Enter it now.
Yeah.
Fusco Satellite Network.
All right. This guy. You know, people say he's one of the leading NFL analysts. You know, not quite at our level, but,
Yeah.
you know, he's trying. Okay. Former offensive lineman. Oh, went to Princeton, Tony. Oh,
Ooh,
very impressive.
so
there,
smart.
Oh, he also played for the Cowboys, Patriots, and Washington, which
Yeah.
makes him even more hateable.
Yeah,
All right,
exactly.
but you know, we know him locally. Eagles coverage on Whip. Also does games, CBS, Westwood One, and you can hear him on the Ross Tucker podcast. You know, this is way too long an intro,
Yeah.
Ross. You got to tell your PR guy, you know, cut it,
Yeah.
keep it tighter. Anyway, Ross Tucker, welcome to the show.
Yeah, welcome.
Fellas, what's up? Thanks for having me. I like the Eagles jerseys. I like it. Are you guys fans or what?
Did you just walk out of a cave?
Yeah.
I am not familiar. No, I'm sorry.
Sounds jealous.
Oh dear.
Yep.
Oh, dear.
Okay.
You know,
we're,
I think it's because
off
you
the
were an
tracks
offensive
here.
lineman. You had your head up other guys' asses the whole time.
Yeah,
You may have not
exactly.
seen the world. Well,
Number one show for 25 years, bro.
just to introduce you here, I'm Paulie. This is Tony. And you're on
Yeah.
planet Earth right now. Got it?
Yeah.
God, I'm ready.
All right.
Okay,
Keep
all
up,
right.
Mr. Princeton.
All right, yeah, I mean, for Princeton, doesn't even know what kind of education. Should get a refund.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, look, maybe he knows football, hopefully. All right, let's talk
Yeah,
about the big
exactly.
story, Ross, if that's your name. I'm not familiar, but maybe I'll look into you.
Yeah.
The Raiders, cutting Christian Wilkins for a bunch of things. Mainly, they say it's because he tried to kiss another teammate, and that made the teammate uncomfortable. But don't you think this is terrible form by the Raiders? I mean, we all know what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Exactly.
Thoughts?
Well, I'll tell you this much. There's got to be a lot more to the story. It's funny because I post on social media about it, and there's all kinds of responses from Raiders fans. He did this and he did that, and you don't know about this, you don't know about that. I don't know where they're getting their information, right? Like I'm not going on message boards or
Probably
social
OnlyFans.
media rumors.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going based on the information we have, which is that
Yep.
he had a big-time guaranteed contract. He had a
Yep.
Jones fracture of his foot, could only play 5 games. Supposedly he had a surgery. Maybe it didn't go well, whatever. I think the team wanted him to have a second surgery. He wasn't sure if he wanted to do that.
Yep.
Consulted with multiple The point is,
And also, he shoved his finger up guys' butts. Okay, keep
to
going.
my knowledge,
Yeah.
there's nothing that happened that should give the Raiders cause to be able to void his guarantees. And so, number one, I hope they lose, because I'm typically for the players in situations like
we
this.
can
But
agree
maybe
on that.
more
Good.
importantly, this is a heck of a message to send to other agents and other players that, hey, if something doesn't go well or you get hurt, we're going to try to void your guarantee.
Whoa, hold on a second. Hold on a second.
lot
Ross,
to unpack there, Ross.
Are you saying that people actually want to play for the Raiders? Name one player who's ever wanted to play for the
We
Raiders.
don't know one
I actually would
person.
have loved to play for the Raiders.
Oh, I
think they
guess
have
it's better
number
than the
one-
Cowboys.
I think they have
Okay.
the number one uniforms in the NFL.
Oh,
What?
Their uniforms
In the
are
AFC?
incredible.
Like in the-
I love the mindset of the Raiders. I think it would have been cool. They have a cool national fan base. Now, we wouldn't have won very much, but that's okay.
are you in a gang, Ross? Just quick question. You in a gang?
Yeah, what fan base are you
Yeah.
talking about?
Crips or Bloods, Ross?
No, I will say this. You guys will appreciate this. In 04, when I played for Buffalo and we played out in Oakland Alameda Coliseum, 2 quick
Yep.
stories. One is,
Oh,
for some reason,
keep it tight.
that's the only picture anybody ever took. Good picture of me. And what I'm doing is laying on my side, stretching in the infield dirt. Like I look like a beached whale. And
Wow.
then the second thing is I knew it was the only time I would ever be in Oakland, or I thought it might be. So during pregame warmups, to your guys' point, I went like 3 feet away from the black hole and I said, "Is this all you guys got?" And they were all like reaching for me and trying to grab me because I wanted to get
Trying
the
to
whole
kill you.
experience out of it.
How surprised were you that you were not murdered that day?
Not surprised. I did not think that I would be murdered on an NFL field in an NFL stadium.
Oh, but if it was going to happen, Oakland is the place it was going to happen.
Yeah.
Let me jump to Justin Fields, right? Okay. The other day, he said he's quote relieved. Okay, that his toe injury wasn't long term or that serious. Don't you think this shows his inexperience? Wouldn't it have been smarter, to get more seriously injured, so he wouldn't have to play for the Jets? Thoughts?
Like Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers did do that. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, showed that veteran
That
experience.
was not intentional. I don't know, how long you guys have been watching football, but neither one of those injuries were
Yeah,
intentional.
exactly.
And Justin Fields is trying to prove that he can be a long-term starting quarterback in the NFL. If it doesn't happen with the Jets this year, it's probably never going to happen.
What do you mean it wasn't intentional?
You think Aaron Rodgers intentionally tore his Achilles?
Yeah, of course. We all know the smartest way to play for the Jets is to not play
It's
for
to
the
not
Jets.
play
That's
for
what
the
you got to do.
Jets. Yeah.
Doesn't seem real smart at that age.
Doesn't seem real smart. Spoken like an Ivy Leaguer. What are they teaching you there?
Mr. Princeton over
By the
here.
way, while we're talking about your lack of knowledge, We were listening to one of your recent episodes, which I have to say was borderline unlistenable. No offense. Okay, but you were breaking down the contract extension, right? For Cowboys tight end Jake Ferguson.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. Okay, here, let's play a clip of you talking about Jake Ferguson.
And congratulations, too, to Tyler Ferguson on getting that contract. Evidently, the Cowboys can do some contracts early.
Okay, so that leads to a question. As an NFL analyst, how important do you think it is to know the names of the players?
Yeah.
So how much research do you guys put into this show that you went back and you listened to?
Honestly, someone told me about
How
that.
much-
Someone just sent it to
I
us.
only made it through 2 minutes. That's all I mean.
That's a big miss by me. I have no idea where I got Tyler from.
Were you thinking of, maybe Jesse Tyler Ferguson, the actor on Modern Family? Because I don't know how you could possibly get those two confused.
I have no idea why I said Tyler. And also, I had no idea that I had said Tyler until you guys just told me that.
Oh.
I'm sure in your illustrious 25-year career, supposed
No
illustrious
mistakes.
25-year
No.
career that
Totally
you've never,
flawless.
never
Mistake.
messed up
Totally
a first
flawless.
name.
I'm being told in my headset that it was your producer who said Tyler Ferguson, and then you repeated it on the air. So I assume you'll be firing your
Yeah, you got to
useless
fire your producer.
right?
Oh, well, that's possible. But no, I will not be firing Jack. He does an outstanding job.
Oh, see.
Oh, well.
See, that's
Another
another mistake right
we
there.
thought we had the worst producer in the business
No,
back
yeah.
there. But,
We thought our producer was the
All right.
worst. We're
Yeah, all
wrong.
right. You want to make mistakes, that's on you.
You guys,
Okay.
do you guys get a lot of repeat guests on this show?
No, and that's by choice.
Because we tell them not to come back.
Yeah, I don't know if that's why.
Some of our guests don't live to see tomorrow. All right.
Russ.
I hate Russ.
I can see it's getting a little tense here, okay? And, it's about to get even more tense, unfortunately, I have to say. Because we were also watching, I said I watched 2 minutes of your show before I turned it off. Well, I saw this first 2 minutes. You're sitting down with former Eagle Brian Westbrook, okay? He says the NFL comp for Saquon Barkley is Bo Jackson. And you just sit there and nod. Don't you think that's insulting to Saquon?
What did you want me to do?
Point out that Bo Jackson never won a title. All he won was a trip to the emergency room, injury prone.
So you want me to criticize an Eagles Ring of Honor member in Brian Westbrook because he made what he thought was a favorable comparison between Saquon and Bo Jackson?
How many career rushing yards? How many career rushing yards does Bo Jackson have? Bro?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Do you know
He
that?
dislocated his hip.
Oh,
So?
Yeah, guess what? You want to make excuses?
Guess what we're gonna do?
Guess what? I'm going to dislocate you.
We're gonna
from the
dislocate
show.
this interview
You're
right
outta
now.
Here. You're off the show.
Off the show.
Go say hi to Tyler Ferguson for me.
Fusco Satellite Network.
Is he off the line?
Jay, hang up the phone.
He said, why people not coming on the show? Well, guess who's not getting invited again?
100%.
Russ Tucker, whatever his name
Russ.
is.
See you, Russ.
Yeah,
Never.
all right. Anyway, let's not let him ruin, which was just a terrific show all around.
Exactly.
Don't forget.
Wait.
Oh, no.
Oh, are you kidding
on.
me?
Oh, my God.
If it's somebody I wish we could tucker into a grave.
Corrections.
Hurry up.
What?
The villain in Happy Gilmore 2 was not played by Carrot Top.
Yeah, it was.
Do you watch the movie, bro?
His name is Benny Safdie. You could go check the credits on IMDb,
Huh?
the Internet Movie Database.
Oh, well, forget IMDb. No, I'm going to check I Am Going to Kill You.
Yeah. You know what database you're going to be in? Missing persons.
Oh, can't wait for that.
Yeah, me
Can't-
too.
Wait,
What?
wait,
Shut
wait.
up. Go.
Go.
You said the Eagles are sending you Super Bowl rings.
Yeah, we helped them win.
Yeah, and they're so grateful, bro.
Yeah.
There's no chance that that's happening.
Oh.
You're not getting a ring. You're not a part of the team.
Oh, yeah, well, I know what you're never getting. Laid.
Yeah, we're getting rings, and guess which finger I'm putting it on? This one right here.
Oh, there you go. And what a great way to end the show. No, wait, an even better way, Toad. It just came in. Book next week to continue our guest, Super Bowl hero, Eagles legend Nick Foles will be
Wow,
here. And don't
huge.
forget, you get to work. You rate and review this
Yup.
podcast on Apple Podcasts, okay? You subscribe and you like on YouTube. And
Exactly.
you visit our sponsor, Fresh Clean Threads.
Yup.
Get that 15% off with the promo code Fusco15.
Yeah.
And Tony, great job as always.
Same to you, Paulie. Another flawless show.
There you go. We'll see you people next week.
See ya.